My name is Daddy in the Air Force.
Good morning, my name is Casey Dow.
And my name is Caleb Dow.
And this is our dad, Master Sergeant Dow. My dad joined the Army in May 1997.
Right after my parents graduated from high school, my dad joined the Army.
I'm 11 years old.
And I am 8 years old.
During this time, my dad has been deployed 4 times and has spent over 5 years on deployments, classes, and field time away from
My dad spent 2 years in Korea.
4 months after his return from Korea, he was sent to Iraq because of 9/11 for a year.
Then he went to Africa for 15 months.
My dad is the hardest worker I know and our hero.
Thank you for all you do
to keep us safe.
We love you.
Thanks, guys. I love you too.
I would like to introduce my dad, Sergeant Major Brian Holbrook. He's been deployed 8 times in Bosnia, Kosovo, Iraq, and Afghanistan, and he's currently serving in the 82nd Airborne.
He has served in the U.S. Army for 27 years. He's been part of the U.S. Ranger Division in the Army, and he is currently in the Airborne Division of the U.S. Army. He's worked in parts of Europe, Africa, and South America.
I just like to say that I joined the Army because I feel that it's very important to serve something higher than yourself. Serve your nation, serve its citizens, and serve this community that we have here. I'd like to thank the teachers in North Springs Elementary for all the hard work you do with our great children. And I'd like to thank all you kids out there. You're doing a great job in school. Keep up the good work. Maybe one day you can grow up and serve your nation and your citizens also.
I appreciate what you have done for this country and what you are doing for our country.
Thank you.
You're my hero for the United States.
Thank you.
My papa, he's a veteran. He's the 104th Airborne. He fought in the Vietnam War.
This is our grandpa, and he used to be in the Army.
I am retired Sergeant First Class Roy Walters. I'm the grandfather of Caitlin and Caleb Walters.
How many years were you in the military?
I served 20 years and 5 months and 10 days in the military, Caitlin.
How many years did you do training?
I did training for a very, very short time, actually 20 years. The whole time you're in the military, you train, but the beginning training was only for about 3 months, and then training was over.
What states did you live in?
Oh, we lived all over the United States. It was wonderful because we got to travel everywhere. We went to Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, Washington State, Virginia. We got to go overseas. We got to go to Germany, Korea. I was in Vietnam. I've got to take a week and go to Malaysia when I was in Vietnam. I got a week's what they call rest and relaxation in Vietnam. In Malaysia, and it was in Kuala Lumpur. You want to know what I did while I was in there? I thought you did. Did a lot of work on trucks and tanks, and I was in the infantry, and I was in armor, and just stayed really, really busy for 20 years.
Why did you choose to retire in South Carolina?
Originally, I was from up in northern part of Indiana by Chicago, Illinois. And anybody that's been up north knows how cold it gets. And South Carolina weather was just so pleasant for me.
What kind of work did you do in the military?
I did a lot of maintenance work. I worked on things. I fixed tanks, I fixed personnel carriers, I fixed great big trucks, little Jeeps.
What kind of forces did you do? What kind of force were you in?
I was in the Army, okay? And in the Army, there's different kinds of units. Most of mine was in what they call combat arms. It was units that were more involved in combat services. And that's the kind of units that I worked with.